Okay. Oh, hey. Hey there guys, welcome into today's video where today we're doing something a little bit different, as you can probably tell. Like, you guys are used to me messing around with my board and stuff, but today I'm going to be actually telling you guys everything about each part of the board. So we're going to do a little bit of maintenance while we're doing this, and I'm just going to talk you guys through each part of the skateboard and what everything does. Okay, so let's just jump into this, because I have no idea where my skate tool is actually. Where's my good skate tool? 1 second. Found it. We have found it. We've found it. We've found it. We've found it. Okay, so let us start with the biggest part of the board, and usually like kind of expensive part, but not the most expensive part of a board, especially if you want good ones. But let us start with the main thing, the thing that you stand on, the wood, the platform that you do stand on to stand on the wheels, and that is the deck. Now, what the deck does is I kind of already explained it, really, if I'm being honest, but you stand on the deck and you can do tricks. Now, the way you do tricks off of this is by creating pressure. So, like, an ollie is like putting pressure here and dragging up as you kind of level it back out. And that's how you kind of level out an ollie as well, is that you put pressure and you drag your foot and kick out so that it all levels out. Which part do I need to fix first? Or need to replace, actually? Because we are replacing the bearings. So, I don't know if you guys the mic will pick this up, but one of these, so if you guys hear that, I'm trying to keep that as close to the mic as possible so that you guys hear it a little bit. But there should be one of these. Okay, so these bearings aren't fully, destroyed or anything yet. But what you can do is, if you have isopropyl alcohol and some of this, which is Bone Speed Cream, which is just basically bearing lube, you can basically make these bearings brand new. But for today and for ease of me, I do have some new bearings that I actually got like a month ago or 2 months ago. I think it was last month, probably middle of last month, really. But they were gifted from a kind member in our community through my Throne, which, if you guys do want to support me on Throne, links down in the description below. And God knows I need the support, especially after Twitch is doing that thing, but that's for a different time in a different video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about what the bearings do. The bearings basically make the wheels roll, right? You have to have 2 bearings per wheel so that they roll, evenly, I guess. So, again, this is a hard video to kind of record as well, because I want to make sure that you guys see how to do all of it, which this is going to be a fun part. So, to take bearings out of the wheel, so you kind of put the bearing or the wheel on the edge of the truck's hangers, which, again, we'll get into what the trucks do in a second. But you need some grip strength on this, because sometimes they get really stuck, especially if you've not cleaned them in a while. Which, we know I'm lazy, so, yeah. Anyway, once they do come out, eventually, you're good. So as you can tell, this one's pretty messed up, as you can probably see. So they probably needed replaced ages ago, but oh well. We're not going to worry too much about that. So, Editor Artemis, maybe do a time lapse or something of me taking these out. Because, yeah. Oh. There we go. Right, cut to the time lapse. Oh, he's going to hate me for that. Oh, you're still here. Oh, okay. Now time lapse. Oh, that's the wrong way. If you can't do it, there are other ways to do it. I just don't use any of the other ways. You can, find other ways to do it. You can try and push them out if you want, but pushing them out is a pain as well. So, and you also need to take one off before you can push the other out. So, it doesn't really make a difference too much. It'd be great. There we go. Oops. I didn't drop one. You dropped one. Shush. All right. Don't judge me. Actually, feel free to judge me. So the other thing, while we're taking apart these bearings, is the trucks. So, like I said, we would get onto the trucks. That is the time now to do this. Because, well, seeing as I need to put the wheels back on and stuff anyway, as you guys can see, that when you put a bit of pressure, it turns to the right or turns to the left, whatever way you want to look at it. I think for you guys it's the left, right, if I do that one, so that's my right. So basically what the trucks do is basically make you turn, and that is really all you need to know about the trucks, really. They're also probably the most expensive part out of everything, especially if you want good ones. Like a decent deck, like this deck's pretty decent, and this was only like what, £30, 30 quid, something like that, compared to like some of the decks that you get that are like 50 to 100. My trucks were like 65, 67, something around there. By the way, we are using... Let's try that again. By the way, we are using Bones Red bearings, just so you guys know. And again, these were Bones Red bearings, so this is what they look like now. And this is what they're supposed to look like. So, yeah, you can tell that I've not cleaned my bearings in a while. So, there's two ways to do this. There's two ways to put these bearings in. You can just kind of, push them in. Like, holy shit, that's actually hard to do. How do people do that? Yeah. So you kind of just put pressure on it, or I'll just show you guys with the same thing. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll try and get this at an angle so that you guys can see. So I'll retake this one out, which is a bit of a pain. So I think the inside needs a bit of a... Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go and get a cloth of some sort. Or I'll just find an old t-shirt. Yeah. Old t-shirts work for cleaning anything, basically. So yeah, just giving it a quick wipe with an old t-shirt, and that's a lot fucking hell. Where did I put that bearing? Oh, the bearings on the wheel. So the other thing you can do, and we'll use this side because you guys will maybe see this a bit better, is if I hold this upright, or if Ed or Artemis zooms in a bit more onto like this area, what you can do is kind of just, now I'm doing this a difficult way. Normally I'd have this like, you know, just straight horizontal, which you guys will see in a second, but you can kind of just, okay, yeah, no, I'm going to need to do it horizontal, but you can kind of just push down onto the hanger or onto the truck. And now that's your first bearing in. Now, once I put the second one in, you guys will hear the difference in the bearings, to be honest. Once I make sure, also pushing the bearing down on the truck as well, also makes it a lot more level than what you would with just pushing it down with your thumb. So that was a bit of a stutter. So what you should do is, again, always push it down onto the truck, and all that stuff, because it just makes it better. It makes it roll smoother. You know, it's also a superstition thing with some skaters. Now, when you're tightening your nuts onto your truck again, make sure, and if you have bought a pre-built board, you kind of loosen up your bearings, because what you need to do is make sure that you have, like, obviously mine isn't fully done yet, but like you need a little bit of wiggle room, not as much as this, but as you can probably see, you know, there's quite a lot of wiggle room there, so you don't want that much, because you don't want your nut falling off when you're, you know, skating. But what you want is probably about that or so, give or take. So just enough movement so that it can move freely. Now I'll put this wheel right beside the mic, so again you guys can hear if there is any noise that comes from it. So I'm going to spin it right now, and you guys will notice that there's not much noise coming from the bearings anymore. So basically that means that, well, these are new bearings, so they're not going to be much noisy, but all the stuff you heard from these bearings, like these dirty old ones, is basically just dirt and grime that builds up. Again, isopropyl alcohol and speed cream, it fixes it. In one of the future videos, when I actually get a tub for doing the isopropyl alcohol and stuff, I will, you know, show you guys how to do it and stuff safely. And, you know, if you're under the age of, you know, 18 or whatever, do not do these without a parent. Do not do, you know, the whole cleaning the bearings with isopropyl alcohol and stuff without an adult present, at least. So again, doing this on your knees isn't really the way to do it. Do it on a hard surface. So if I actually, let me think. Okay, let me show you guys how you actually should do it. Like, this isn't the best thing because I still need to support it. No, that's not going to work. Okay, so doing it, that's not going to work either. Fuck. Let me think. Okay, so let me do these on the floor. You guys won't see me for a second, just so I can do these quickly, and we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Thank you, Ed or Artemis, for actually cutting for once. Anyway, so again, we basically just put them on enough so that I can, you know, sit here, talk, and tighten these. Now, the last couple of bits, you know, aside, I'm not going to go over bolts. You guys know what bolts do. Um, the kingpin, which is another part of the truck that holds the bushings together. So basically, the entire trucks and stuff work through like bushings and kingpins and all that stuff. So, like, that's what makes everything turn and kind of keep everything kind of together. So, if you've got your kingpin a bit looser, you've got a looser truck, you turn a bit faster. Right? If you have it more tight, you know, then you've basically just got a tight truck and you can't turn. And any skater who has tight trucks tends to think that it's safer, which, in my honest opinion, it's not. It teaches you some more bad habits than what you would get on loose trucks. But again, that's my personal opinion. And skating's all about doing what you feel comfortable with. So have fun skating. And again, seeing as it's Pride Month, just a reminder for any of you gatekeepers out there, anyone can skate. Don't be a dickhead. I'm looking at you. You know who you are. Don't gatekeep skateboarding. Skateboarding's for everyone. You know, it's good for mental health. Again, which will be another video I will be putting out next week, actually. So subscribe if you want to see that. Yes, I'm doing a shameless self-plug there, while also, you know, talking about some other good shit. But basically, skating's all about inclusivity, right? No one cares where you're from, who you are, as long as you enjoy skating, you know? That's the whole thing with skaters. And I've been seeing a lot more skaters that are, shall we say, not so nice. And, yeah, we don't fuck with those skaters, right? We don't like them. Trust me, we don't like them. So remember that everyone, no matter age, you know, age, gender, sexual orientation, you know, all that stuff, skating's about peace, love, and positivity, man. To steal a little bit from Logic there with the peace, love, and positivity message, but that's what it's all about, you know? So have fun skating. And that was the parts of the skateboard. If there are any skaters here that have just watched this video and you have any other parts of the board that I did not go into too much detail about and you want more detail on them, let me know down in the comments below. If you want to see more great skate content like this, there's probably some things on the end card right now that are pretty good, or they should be. The how broke skaters save money. That's what the video was. I'll see you guys later, and as always, happy skating. Peace. Now I'm gonna go and skate this board. Skating's so fun. Oh, you're still here. Bye.